Hello everyone, welcome to week 10. I just want to take this opportunity to wish everyone the best of luck in their future educational endeavors in this program. It's been great getting to know everyone through their blogs, and I hope you all continue to do well in the program. And thank you to Jennifer Valor. She's been a great instructor once again. So our week 10 was deviance in sports management, and the problem that I selected was being an athletic director over a school that has or an institution that has a track and field team with an overwhelming amount of injuries. And before hiring a medical doctor to come in, I think the most important thing would be to look internally. That would be the first step that I would take. Aside from the moral and ethical considerations, I would make sure that we're looking into the athletic staff, their backgrounds, and the trainers and their backgrounds necessary to be in the positions that they're in, just to avoid any legal implications of having an outside consultant come in and evaluate the athletes and assess their injuries and the extent of them, and perhaps if there was anything that was done incorrectly on the part of the training staff or coaching staff, so that we would know exactly what to prepare for. Because as the athletic director, while your commitment has to be fully to the athletic programs and to the students, it also has to be to the institution, and that would be protecting the institution from any potential outside claims that could come in against them for the treatment of their students. I believe that my responsibilities as an athletic director would go beyond the success of the programs and the institution and support the very best interest of the student athletes and their mental, social, emotional, and physical well-being. And although some time would certainly be of the essence if athletes are currently injured and are having to return to their sport, I believe that there would have to be several steps involved in the process if there was not already a process in place for something of this nature occurring. The first step would be to immediately reach out to the coaching and training staff with the concerns and call for a meeting right away regarding the health, well-being, and safety of the student athletes. I think it would be necessary for them to all come to be a part of this, and not necessarily give them no warning in advance of what the meeting details are about, but I think it would be important to get them as soon as possible into a place where it could be discussed before they had their own individual conversations about it, if they were informed about what the topic was. During the meeting, I would inform the coaching and training staff that an internal investigation of the athlete's physical well-being was being conducted, and based on the concerns that were brought to the attention of the administration at the institution, I would ask for their full cooperation of the investigation and inform them that non-cooperation may result in implications for their employment in the athletic program, because it is a responsibility of the institution. And not making threats to them, however, letting them know how important it is that they're honest in what they're going to be giving for information with regards to the students' well-being. And I would like to think that as an athletic director that brought in coaches that have the students' well-being in mind, that they would be willing to give out any information that would help the students. The next step would be to reach out to the athletes by informing the coaching staff that I would be attending practice or calling an emergency or mandatory meeting of the athletes, probably better out of practice time so that they're not influenced by the coaches being there. And to not feel the pressures of them being in attendance. And at the meeting, there would either be a focus group type of setting where a series of questions would be asked. If it was clear that the students didn't feel comfortable talking about it and wanted more confidential or private setting, then it would be necessary to give an electronic survey in a computer lab where the athletes could answer anonymously, still giving the same information but not having to share their personal information unless they chose to come forward. So those would be the main first steps in the process that I think would be necessary. I think the students' input would be the most valuable information, but those would definitely be the things that would have to happen before bringing in an outside medical consultant that may jeopardize the institution and the program in general. So thanks very much. It's been a great quarter, and have a great fall.